This is John Lauder, host of The Cheap Seats. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media.
You're listening to Catch Up, an official news production of Public House Media.
Today is July 31st, 2020, and it's time to catch up on the news that you need to know about.
Today, we're helping you catch up on what states require masks in public,
Florida's tropical storm,
John Lewis's funeral service,
and as always, ending with a bit of good news for you today.
We're your hosts, Kylie Thompson
and Madeline Cum. Welcome to Catch Up.
As confirmed cases of COVID-19 increase daily, more and more states are beginning to issue mandatory mask orders, meaning that if you are out in public, you must have a mask on.
As of yesterday, Wisconsin was added to the list, making the grand total 33 out of 50 states that have the statewide mask mandate. Here is a list of all the states that require a mask out in public as of July 30th, 2020.
Alabama, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, District of Columbia, Hawaii, Illinois, Kansas,
Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Montana,
Nevada, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, Ohio, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island,
Texas, Vermont, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, and Wisconsin. So if you heard your home state, make sure to mask up whenever you're leaving your home. COVID-19 testing sites across South Florida will be closed from Thursday evening to Tuesday morning. Why, you may ask? South Florida was put under a tropical storm watch Thursday afternoon, with Isaias expected to approach Florida and the Bahamas as a Category 1 hurricane by Saturday. The National Hurricane Center said Tropical Storm Isaias remained intact after crossing the mountains of Hispaniola while flooding roads and homes in Puerto Rico and blowing roofs away in Haiti.
The NHC ordered a tropical storm watch from Ocean Reef Northwood to Sebastian Inlet Thursday afternoon and tropical storm watches and warnings for much of the Bahamas and Turks and Caicos. Hurricane Dorian slammed this area previously. You may remember that being a Category 5. The impact on South Florida will depend both on the storm's strength and its proximity to the coast, both still uncertain measures. It still needs to be stressed that there is a higher than usual amount of uncertainty in the intensity forecast, forecasters wrote in the 5 p.m. update.
Water temperatures along the predicted path are running 3 to 4 degrees above normal, which could mean a stronger storm. At a Thursday evening press conference, Governor Ron DeSantis urged Floridians to be prepared with 7 days' worth of food, water, and medicine. While we can't be certain of the exact track of the storm, we certainly can't be sure about the intensity it's expected to reach. We do expect to see impacts to the state of Florida, even if the storm remains off our shore, which is the current forecast, he said. In Palm Beach, it could be 25 miles per hour winds with 38 mile per hour gusts around 9 p.m. on Saturday.
We have 20 shelters basically on standby. We sent the equipment that is needed to open them, Mayor Carlos Jimenez said in an online press conference Thursday from the county's Emergency Operations Center in Doral before the NHC upped Isaias to a likely hurricane. At this point, we're not opening them, he said. We may pull the trigger on opening some shelters depending on the forecast strength and the direction.
Tropical storm warnings are still in effect for the Dominican Republic's entire southern and northern coastlines. Warnings are also in effect along the north coast of Haiti, Turks and Caicos Islands, the southeastern and central Bahamas. Tropical storm watches are in effect for the northwestern Bahamas as well. Former President Barack Obama gave the eulogy for John Lewis at his funeral held in Atlanta on Thursday. In the eulogy, he urged Americans to honor the legacy of a civil rights giant by engaging the good trouble that leads to a more perfect democracy in the face of powerful institutions that seek to oppress.
The former president spoke on the current threat to voting rights in America, a cause that Lewis nearly gave his life for as a young man, according to CNN. He also touched on the responsibility citizens have to continue to engage in the fight for equality. The private funeral began at 11 a.m. at the church that was once led by the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. Lewis, who represented Atlanta in the House of Representatives after serving as a young leader of the civil rights movement in the 1960s, died on July 17th following a months-long battle with pancreatic cancer at just 80 years old. In addition to Obama's eulogy, former presidents George W. Bush and Bill Clinton spoke at the service.
Now moving on to some good news. A young woman named Mara Soriano recently moved apartments and lost her backpack. In fact, it was stolen. Trust me, the good part is coming. And that backpack was a bear. The Build-A-Bear plush toy wasn't worth a lot of money, but it did contain a recording of her late mother's voice telling her that she loved her and was proud of her. The bear, named Mama Bear, was in a backpack that also contained an iPad and a Nintendo Switch. When the bag was stolen last week during the move, the 28-year-old was heartbroken. Not for the gadgets, but for Mama Bear.
She posted online about the item lost in Vancouver, Canada, and its backstory, which caught one viewer's attention in a big way. Diagnosed with cancer 10 years ago, Mara's mother, Marilyn, gave her daughter the bear as a gift in 2017. As her cancer progressed until her death last June, the gift felt even more special. The bear was basically the last reminder of the mom that I knew. It was her voice that I remembered growing up, she said in an interview with CTV News.
Luckily, Mara's search soon went viral thanks to the internet. Meanwhile, Mara was out looking for the bear. She was putting up posters, digging through dumpsters. She was communicating with people online, really trying to follow any lead she could. Then actor Ryan Reynolds posted a plea for its safe return. "I think we all need this bear to come home," he wrote. Along with the message, he also offered a huge incentive for the thief, a $5,000 reward, no questions asked.
Then, on Tuesday night, Mama Bear came home. I'm not going to lie, I kind of buckled. As soon as I saw him pull her out of the bag, I just started sobbing and I grabbed her out of his hands and I couldn't let go, she told CTV. It's a bit of a modern-day miracle that would never have happened without the wonders of social media. Mara said she got an email from a good Samaritan who told her they had the bear. Though she was skeptical, she set up a safe meeting space with a member of the media also present. Luckily, it wasn't a scam. The two unnamed people brought the bear safe and sound.
Mara is getting married next summer and will have a special participant, the bear, that will be sitting in her mother's spot. She tweeted an excited message of gratitude to Ryan Reynolds, who is also an entrepreneur, referencing his gin company. "Break out the aviation gin, Van City Reynolds, Mama Bear's home," she wrote. Ryan seemed almost as happy. After having wired the money to the person who returned the bear, he took to Twitter to share the news with his followers, writing, "In happier news, thank you everyone who searched high and low. To the person who took the bear, thanks for keeping it safe. Vancouver is awesome." Thanks for catching up on today's news with us. I'm Madeline Kumm.
And I'm Kylie Thompson. Thank you for listening with us and for tuning in to our final episode.
If you enjoyed the Catch Up podcast, please leave us a rating and review on Apple Podcasts.
We appreciate you listening to Catch Up. For more content, follow Catch Up Digital on social media. Just search @TimeForCatchup.
We'd love to hear your thoughts on any of the stories we covered today. Just use the hashtag #PassTheCatchup on social media.
Catch Up is an official production of Public House Media.